Hi, I'm Drawbar Dan Dupinski,
I'm Highball Harold Harilko.
and welcome to Shop Track.
Welcome.
Well, Harold, first move we like to do when we start Shop Track,
What do you got
compare
there?
watches.
Precision.
13, 20 point, 30 seconds.
Precision.
Pretty much
About
on.
2 seconds. Done.
All right, done. Okay, we'll cross that off, eh? Anyways, Harold, how you been? And
I'm good. You know what? Gonna throw a little shout out to Del Barber from Inglis, Manitoba. You
Del
know,
Barber.
Back before this whole terrible plague came upon us, he did a gig at the Legion. I remember I was there.
That's right.
I'd been down in Texas. I'd broken my ankle, so it's like the $1 million wound, right? Now I'm off work for like 6-8 weeks, but saw more music in those 2 months than I have in the last 8 years. So yeah, that was a great show. Dell out there on his farm with his family up between there, Russell and Roblin there. You know, you go in and say, I was going to take Via, just a little joyride this weekend. Never did. Anyway, it didn't work out just as well. They didn't make it in time to go for a chili dog at VJ's.
That's another story.
But, you know,
Embarrassing.
You're coming through. You leave Melville, away you go, cross into God's country. You look north at Minneota, and just up the road there, several kilometers or more, is Inglis. Anyway, Del, we love you. Keep on making
Hey,
those
fellow
tunes.
friendly Manitoban, right on.
Hang
Del
in
Barber.
there.
Come back to Jasper.
Yeah, hang in there, and we're looking forward to seeing you live one more time.
And here in Jasper, Branch 31 of the Legion, the Stand Easy, Del Barber himself, and many others. So come on up to Jasper and support Branch 31 of the Royal Canadian Legion, the Stand Easy. Much good music. And right on, Del.
Once this whole thing's behind us, more than ever, get out and support your local musicians. Live music, friends.
Absolutely. Okay.
Well, Dan?
Well, I just, there's, nothing major, but you know what? Always, I just wanted to say that's always there's these people that money is a big thing, and there's some people, what really used to bother me is people that really kind of, kind of big shot, kind of throwing her, but it was always, how much do you make? Right? Or how much do here's some poor guy, some kid in town working 3 jobs. I'm just saying, like in Jasper, for instance, right? And and then there's back in the day, the furlough board, whatever.
Yeah.
I never. That's a trainman thing or whatever. But anyways, that's another story. You got to dip in the bank once in a while, and some guys would fucking whine. Pardon me, would really whine, and that's another story. But somebody says, hey, especially how much do you make? Never mention how well you are fed in the presence of those who may be hungry. That's all I'm going to say. No, it's none of your business, whatever, but don't.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's our quote. That's the one quote.
Words to live by, friends.
Anyways, another thing here, Harold. I came across this, the Wordsworth Railway Dictionary. Right? And there's
when I hear Wordsworth, I think of things like splendid chaps. Splendid.
Well, I say, old boy, yeah, you are close, because it's very, very British. Yes. Anyways, but there's, some terms in here that haven't changed. So I just wanted to say, it's funny because a deadhead, the term deadhead, did some research, but, any empty stock, cars, anything like a coach or whatever, or deadheading that coach, right? Or an employee, deadheading, right? Anybody that's, or even if they're not on the pay, but they're not productive, right? Or revenue paying, they're deadheading. And then it says, a brakeman. And I was like, like the dead, yeah.
Or like a brakeman with an A book.
Yeah, that, but it's funny. Eh? But wow, a brakeman, a brake person, whatever, an employee that at the low
Train service employee.
Yes, a train and service employee of the yeah, you betcha. Okay, and did you know this too? I learned the dead man's pedal. Now, back in the on the locomotives in the old days, you used to have a dead man's pedal, and it was, like spring. You had to keep your foot on it, or unless you had a flagstaff that you tucked it between the deck of the, and the brake, the indie band into a lunchbox, or whatever. But
may have happened once or twice.
Yeah, hey,
Rumor
whatever.
has it.
Yeah,
Rumor
yeah,
has it.
yeah. Some guys even a little C clamp to the heater on an old, and it was like, come on, buddy.
No, that I did not know.
That is just like whatever. It's there for a purpose, right? Oh, I got to keep my knee on it. Well, anyways, anyways, it was invented in 1902 by an American guy named Frank J. Sprague. Spelt the same as the Sprague sub. That's what I thought. All right, hey, another Manitoba thing, eh? Yeah, but it was, you had to keep the constant pressure on it, eh? And it to prevent the, current, what they would call a power cutoff, and you'd get a penalty application of the train brakes, right? And it was kind of cool. I didn't know, 1902, eh? And one more thing I looked up here, when the coffee pot. So back in the old days, an old steam engine that had a vertical boiler, or a tall stack chimney or whatever, and it was always referred to as a coffee pot, and it was like down to like a small yard engine. It would be like Thomas the Tank Engine or Percy. They'd be the coffee pot. Well, Gordon, pop, there's your right. Ooh, he's on number 2. I was like that, eh? Henry was good. Anyways, yeah. So that's just started the Railway Dictionary. Thought I'd...
Oh, it's amazing, right? It's a whole culture, it's a way of life, and with that comes its own vernacular, its own terminology, like the Navy or anything, right?
That's right, and we covered that. We said that lots because it's a failing, thing now, right?
It's like what do you mean?
And here's what I'm going to say, and I'm sorry any of my colleagues from Europe or anywhere else, or streetcar service or whatever. I just got to say this. I'm sorry. We're locomotive engineers. We're not drivers.
Fair enough.
No steering. We don't drive.
No, exactly.
Operator is better than driver, right? As we covered that in the early days, right? You run a locomotive engineer. We don't drive trains. We run trains. We run locomotives, or at least say operate. See, you brought out the vernacular thing again, eh? And then I start doing the old guy freak out thing.
It's important. We must keep this alive. I mean, this is like, indigenous peoples, their language, it is the essence amongst other things. Likewise with the children of the steel.
Oh, the children of the steel.
I mean,
Yeah, for sure. You should get brands. Cots. Ah, you betcha. Oop, did it wrong.
Scots. That's okay. We like the Scots too.
Anyways, yeah. So, and out of this, that's what I just wanted to bring up, the Wordsworth Railway Dictionary. And the guy that wrote it is Alan A. Jackson. And it's not bald head that wears... You ever notice those bald head country guys? They always wear the cowboy hat, right?
That's not the Alan Jackson from down on the...
Yeah, it's like the Ben Franklin. If my hair... Yeah. Hey,
here's a...
Don't be doing the Ben Franklin, man. If you're down to the cul-de-sac, just take her to the wood and carry on.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, hey.
You're hung up in the 60s.
Remember in the SD40s, the coffee, the hot plate was kind of in that little niche,
right on the other side of the console. There.
I remember one time. Here's one for you. Probably between Duffield and Wabb. I think we're westbound to Edson, and I'm bent over, fussing with the coffee pot, and I hear the hoghead go, oh, "Hey, what's this?" And I look up, and I thought, some dude in like a semi-muscle car, like maybe a Mustang. I thought, we're going to send Buddy into Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come, 1 mile.
And I thought, and he just at the last minute, right? And it's like, you know what? It's all fine and dandy until you pop the clutch, and now you're not off the tracks. Anyway, don't play games like that, okay? You know what I mean?
Okay, that's, you know what? In heaven, there's a line called the dummy line. right? And when that guy gets there, hey, now so what did you do? Well, I tried in front of a train. I tried to, yeah. You can go over there in the line behind the guy that took the toaster in the bathtub, right? Dummy line. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Right?
Right on, brother.
Anyways.
Stay safe. And that goes for you people. Don't loiter around the track. It's not a playground. Stay away from the tracks unless you're on the payroll.
Playground. Reminds me, when I was a kid, we were so tough, we used to do ballast angels. Yeah. You try to make a ballast angel, buddy. Yeah. There you go.
You know, if you own, this is the thing with, can't talk too much about it, but this is the thing with them nowadays, right? Like, if you don't need a little ballast once in a while, are you even railroading?
Right.
Something to think about.
That's right. A little blue chip ballast once in a while. Hey, spit that out. That'll keep you going. Anyways, as again, you said,
stay safe.
And remember, children of the steel.